All the Bible verses about Shiloh. Genesis 49:10. 10 The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, 210 until he to whom it belongs 211 shall come and the obedience of the nations shall be his. Judges 21:19. 19 But look, there is the annual festival of the Lord in Shiloh, which lies north of Bethel, east of the road that goes from Bethel to Shechem, and south of Lebanon. Joshua 18:1. 1 The whole assembly of the Israelites gathered at Shiloh and set up the tent of meeting there. The country was brought under their control. Joshua 18:10. 10 Joshua then cast lots for them in Shiloh in the presence of the Lord, and there he distributed the land to the Israelites according to their tribal divisions. Judges 18:31. 31 They continued to use the idol Micah had made, all the time the house of God was in Shiloh. Judges 21:19. 19 But look, there is the annual festival of the Lord in Shiloh, which lies north of Bethel, east of the road that goes from Bethel to Shechem, and south of Lebanon. 1 Samuel 1:3. 3 Year after year this man went up from his town to worship and sacrifice to the Lord Almighty at Shiloh, where Hophni and Phinehas, the two sons of Eli, were priests of the Lord. 1 Samuel 1:9. 9 Once when they had finished eating and drinking in Shiloh, Hannah stood up. Now Eli the priest was sitting on his chair by the doorpost of the Lord's house. 1 Samuel 1:21. 21 When her husband Elkanah went up with all his family to offer the annual sacrifice to the Lord and to fulfill his vow. 1 Samuel 1:24. 24 After he was weaned, she took the boy with her, young as he was, along with a 3-year-old bull, 5 an ephah 6 of flour and a skin of wine, and brought him to the house of the Lord at Shiloh. 1 Samuel 2:14. 14 And would plunge the fork into the pan or kettle or cauldron or pot. Whatever the fork brought up the priest would take for himself. This is how they treated all the Israelites who came to Shiloh. Psalm 78:60. 60 He abandoned the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent he had set up among humans. Jeremiah 7:12. 12 Go now to the place in Shiloh where I first made a dwelling for my name, and see what I did to it because of the wickedness of my people Israel. Joshua 21:2. 2 At Shiloh in Canaan and said to them, The Lord commanded through Moses that you give us towns to live in, with pasture lands for our livestock. Joshua 22:9. 9 So the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh left the Israelites at Shiloh in Canaan to return to Gilead, their own land, which they had acquired in accordance with the command of the Lord through Moses. Joshua 22:12. 12 The whole assembly of Israel gathered at Shiloh to go to war against them. Judges 21:12. 12 They found among the people living in Jabesh Gilead 400 young women who had never slept with a man, and they took them to the camp at Shiloh in Canaan. 1 Samuel 1:9. 9 Once when they had finished eating and drinking in Shiloh, Hannah stood up. Now Eli the priest was sitting on his chair by the doorpost of the Lord's house. 1 Samuel 4:13. 13 When he arrived, there was Eli sitting on his chair by the side of the road, watching, because his heart feared for the ark of God. When the man entered the town and told what had happened, the whole town sent up a cry.